final here tonight from Amway Center. Orlando 96, Charlotte 89. I'm Carson New here with our ESPN 1080 and ESPN Florida Magic insider Andrew Melnick. This a game, a middle of a back-to-back-to-back, and one of those contests that coming into it we knew was going to be sloppy, and it sort of played that way as well.
Oh yeah, it was not a fun game to watch if you saw it at home, if we're just being honest here. And you kind of thought you might get that. Magic just came back from the road, actually won all 4 games on their road trip that we actually previewed in our last stand-up that you saw. So they came in, were sloppy, you know, a terrible team, let's just be honest. Charlotte's 27th in offense and 28th in defense, so not a good team at all. Hung around for the entire game, but Magic found a way to win at the end, got some timely threes from Ryan Anderson, from Turkoglu, and had another monster night from Dwight Howard.
Let's go with an interesting guy on the team. He's got more of an advanced role right now with Jason Richardson being out. Von Wafer, I think he had about 13 points tonight. Stan talked about it in the post-game presser, provided a lot of energy for this Orlando team, and he seems like a guy, Richardson or not, has to find a way to factor into this rotation.
Yeah, because he can put the ball in the basket. He has maybe the quickest first step we've seen here in I don't remember when, quite a long time. And he's instant offense. He can create his own shot. He's virtually the only guy that can do that. And we saw today that when he has the hot hand, Stan's not going to hesitate to go with him. He went down the stretch in the fourth quarter with Von Wafer instead of J.J. Redick, most of the time playing with Jameer Turk, and then subbing Ryan Anderson, Glenn Davis out offense, defense, along with Dwight Howard. We've seen them use that lineup with Von the other day, too, only they had J.J. that played Turk at power forward and went small. But when Von has a hot hand, when he's playing well, and he's doing a little better on the defensive end, he still needs a lot of work there. But when he's playing well, it looks like they're going to go with him.
All right, Orlando will finish this 3-game and 3-day set tomorrow night here at Amway Center versus the Spurs. The Spurs getting blown out tonight in Miami, but they've had a pretty good early season run. Now the Magic are 10-3. They're first in the Southeast Division. What do we expect tomorrow night from Magic Spurs?
We could get a little more of what we saw today. I mean, you just mentioned the Spurs had to take on the Heat today. Got off to a big lead, and then just LeBron went off in the second half, at least early in the third quarter, and really put the Heat ahead, and they wound up blowing them out. So I think you could see a couple of tired teams, but you know how Greg Popovich is. He's been pretty smart with his minutes. He limits minutes big time, gives guys entire halves off during the regular 82-game season. So in this condensed season, we see him doing it even more so. So you never know what you're going to get with the Spurs, but I'd say we'll see 2 pretty good, fairly fatigued teams, and probably have another close game.
All right, he's Andrew Melnick, your ESPN 1080 NBA and Magic insider. Final from tonight, Orlando 96 and Charlotte 89. Keep it locked to ESPN Florida as well as ESPN1080.com for all your Magic highlights.